And this time we're taking a look at the Driveye D9. And this is probably one of the most insane dashcams I have ever reviewed. It features 5 channels. So you got a front camera, you got a rear camera, you got 2 independent side cameras, and then they throw in an extra camera that could be placed anywhere in the vehicle. They call it the baby cam, but the potential for this camera to be placed anywhere on the inside of the car can provide you with an insane amount of coverage. It also features GPS, 5 GHz Wi-Fi, which can help to download the videos a lot faster if you choose to use the app with this, as well as voice control and parking monitoring. And on this video, I'm gonna show you the contents of the kit, as well as walk you through the features of this dashcam, and then I'm also gonna show you some driving video, that way you can determine if this is the right system for you. And I place a link in the description down below to this system if you'd like to get one for yourself. It is equipped with a 5-inch LCD screen, and then you got these 2 cameras in the bottom which do have the ability to turn, and I'll show you more on that on the vehicle, and also tilt in this direction. Moving to the front of the system, you got that front camera which also has adjustability side to side, and also up and down. And moving to the top, you got USB-C for power, and then the memory card bay, and they include a 128GB memory card. However, this supports up to 256GB of memory. Now there is one accessory that they included for the front camera, and that is the circular polarizer filter, and normally these things are sold separately, so it is great to see that they included this in the package, as this can definitely improve the image quality on a dashcam. Rear camera features all metal construction, and this is waterproof, so it could be mounted outside of the vehicle or inside of the car. And there's 2 ways of mounting it, with the included screws, or my preferred way with the adhesive. It gets placed right here, then I can peel this back and then attach it to the vehicle. And the view angle is also adjustable, and they included a second bracket that can be replaced instead. Let me show you what that does. And here's what the second bracket looks like, which is helpful for vehicles that have a very steep windshield, giving you additional control over the position of that camera. And here's that 5th cam, which can be used as a baby car camera, or it could be used to monitor the passengers in the rear of the car. And there is adjustment as far as the angle of it, and also it can be turned, so you do have full control over where that camera points. And this is meant to be installed on the inside of the vehicle. 2 ways of mounting it. First is with the adhesive. I can place this, peel this back, and attach it to the car. But the second way to mount this is with the included Velcro straps, which I'll show you on the vehicle. And here are the extensions for the rear camera and that 5th channel. Now this red wire right here is used to enable the optional parking assist reverse guidelines, which I'll show you in a little bit. And for power, they have included this automotive adapter, and it does have an extra USB port on the back. That way we can power the dashcam and something else. Moving over to mounting, I'm gonna go ahead and peel this back. Then I can place this on the windshield. And the mount does allow you to remove the dashcam from the windshield if needed. And we are showing all 5 cameras, and we know we are recording as indicated over here by that indicator. And with this guy right here, we can switch between the different views. That's the front view. There you have a split view, and then you have the dedicated rear view, and then the interior cabin camera, which can also be called the baby car cam, and then the side cameras, which are located right here. Now, the way that I have mine set up right now, one of them is facing the inside as a dedicated cabin camera, and the second one is assigned to the side view if I wanted to capture an interaction with somebody on the side. But I do want to show you the range of what those cameras looks like. So I'm going to swap over to this guy right here. This is the one that is currently aimed this way. And notice that the camera has the ability to be completely pointed either towards the front, towards a little bit of the side of the vehicle, like I had it earlier to capture interactions on this side, or I could technically have 3 cameras on the interior, these 2 and the baby car camera, and both of them are able to do that full 360-degree turn, and they also have tilt control, so you can also aim this up and down. Both of them support that as needed. And the very first button on this side is gonna stop the recording, and if I tap that button one more time, recording resumes. Now the button in the center, all it does, it turns off the screen while the dashcam continues to record. And this button right here, tapping and holding it down, is gonna turn off the microphone in case you wanted to have a top secret conversation, and you can always hold it down again, and then it's gonna resume audio recording. If you short tap it, it is gonna flag and protect the section of the video that's currently recorded as important. But there's another cool feature accessed with this button right here, and that is the dashboard option. And notice that this gives you a speedometer and also a compass while the dashcam continues to record in the background. We also get voice commands. Let's try them out. Turn off screen, turn on screen, show front camera, show rear camera, show both cameras. And there's more voice commands supported. You can see that when you enable the voice control. Here is the full list for voice commands, and if you don't want to use it, you can always turn that off. Let's also take a look at playing back the videos. That is accessed with the menu button and then going to playback mode. And then here the videos are sorted in front camera, left and right camera, in-car camera, or the rear camera. Let's go take a look at the front and notice that you have the list of videos that you can navigate using the arrows, and once you find the video you want, you can select OK, and the video is going to begin to play back. But going back into that menu screen, there is a shortcut to the baby car camera, which really could be used to monitor the passengers in the rear of the vehicle or as a baby car cam. Again, I mounted mine facing the interior of the vehicle, but you could have it face the rear of the vehicle, especially if you have seats back there and you do have full control over adjusting where that camera aims at, and it also supports night vision. And here's what the Velcro mount looks like. Basically, it allows this camera to be mounted on the headrest of a vehicle. Right now, I have it mounted facing the front, but it could be mounted facing the rear, especially if you have passengers on the rear, then you can monitor them with this. Let's also try out parking assist. I'm gonna put the vehicle on reverse. And notice that the view switches to the rear and we get reverse guidelines. Now, parking assist is a very rare feature on a dashcam like this. Normally, you only see it on mirror dashcams or backup cameras, so I'm glad they include it. It could be better. The guidelines that you see here are static. They're not adjustable. If you wanted to adjust the position of where they fall, you will basically have to adjust the rear camera up and down to change that position. And notice when I pull the vehicle out of reverse, the view returns back to the prior one. But let's go ahead and take a look at the settings. I'm gonna hit OK on there. The very first option is gonna be whether you want sound to be recorded or not recorded. And also that fifth channel, which is that baby camera, the image can be adjusted in terms that it can be flipped horizontally if needed. And also the night vision on the cameras can be set to automatic, or you can turn that off if you don't want that night vision to kick on automatically at night. And we also get a G sensor. Now this is what can allow the dashcam to detect when you get into a car crash, and you get 3 levels of sensitivity: high, medium, or low. Moving over to the next page, we get parking mode. Now this does require the optional hardwire kit, and it can enable 2 types of park monitoring. The very first one is impact recording, where the dashcam wakes up and makes a record if somebody impacts the vehicle, and you get 2 levels of sensitivity for that, either low or high. The second way of parking monitoring on this dashcam is with the parking recording option, and this enables time-lapse recording under park monitoring. Also on this menu is where you can enable 5 GHz Wi-Fi, which can improve the download speed of the videos if you're looking to use this dashcam with the app. And if you're wondering where did you change the resolution settings, well, when you are running this on 5-channel mode, by default the front camera is going to run at 2K, while the remaining 4 cameras run at full high definition, which is 1080p. However, if you disable one of the cameras, notice that we get one additional control, and that is resolution. Basically, I unplug one of the cameras, and now you can select 4K for the front, while the remaining 3 run at 1080p or you can decrease that resolution if you wanted to any one of these options. And on the second page of settings, here's where you get languages, and these are the languages that are included on here in case you wanted to switch it from the default one. Moving over to the next page of settings, here's where you can enable a screensaver, and this is where the screen is going to time out after a period of time while the dashcam continues to record, and you can select either 1 minute, 3 minutes, or if you want to keep the screen on all the time, you would select off. And there's a few more adjustments on this page, but let's go take a look at the next one, and here is where you can turn on or off the GPS, which will record your coordinates and your speed, and you can adjust that speed unit between kilometers per hour or miles per hour. There is an adjustment for daylight savings time. If you live somewhere that observes this can either add or subtract an hour every time that happens. And the app is called Vidor, and it gives us a live view coming from the dashcam, and with this icon right here, you're able to see it on a larger screen. Now there also are a couple more things that come up when you tap on the screen. The very first one is going to be this square icon, and what this does, this is going to cycle between the different views. Here's the rear camera, and this is convenient to be able to stream the video to the phone from the dashcam. You typically use this to adjust the views, and I'm looking at my phone as opposed to coming back inside the vehicle and looking at the dashcam screen. Here's that interior camera, and again I can see it and adjust it via the app, and tapping this one more time so switch us over to the other interior camera that's on the dashcam, and then tapping this icon one more time should return us back to that front view. There is also this icon right here that allows us to control the recording. Notice that the recording has stopped, and if I tap this icon again, it is gonna resume recording. Then you also have this icon right here that looks like a camera that takes a picture. And finally, you got this microphone icon on this side that can disable or mute the microphone in case you wanted to have a top secret conversation, and you can always re-enable audio recording again. And to access the videos that are on the dashcam, that is done with this icon right here that looks like a folder, and the videos are sorted out into different folders. You got loop folder, which is potentially us just driving around, maybe nothing exciting happened there. And then you got this folder right here. This is the snapshot folder. This is for pictures, and I can tap on that picture and I can just look at it on my phone, or I can download a copy to my phone or delete it. The next folder is locked, and these are videos that were flagged and protected either by you or by the dashcam as important. And then you have the folder for parking monitoring incidents. Well, let's go ahead and play back a video. I'm gonna tap on that one, and the video begins to play back. Additionally, you can enlarge the view with this icon right here. Then you can see it on a larger screen, and you can also download a copy of that video to your phone, take a screenshot of that video, or you can delete it with the trash icon. And finally, you can access some of the dashcam settings with the gear icon. And I say some because notice that there's only a handful of settings that you can change on here, and we know that there's a lot more settings. As I showed you earlier on the dashcam menu itself, this app only gives you limited access to some of the dashcam settings, so it'll be great if they can add more customization via the app for those that want to customize their dashcam using exclusively the app. But now let's go ahead and take a look at some driving video. And this is an audio test of the Driveye D9 dashcam, and I am sitting on the driver's side seat. And this is an audio test of the Driveye D9 dashcam, and I'm standing outside the driver's side door. Now this dashcam itself, it's kind of a large size, so if you're looking for something small and discreet, this might not be for you, but it does have the advantage that because it's fairly large, they were able to fit everything on it as far as the side cameras. And I say that because on some dashcams, the side cameras are separate, so now you have to run individual cables to the side of the vehicle and start to place those cameras there. And in here, by being together, it simplifies the installation process, just peeling and sticking. And now we have 3 cameras mounted on the vehicle, and then we can adjust the side cameras as needed for the actual coverage that we want. Now the last thing I want to talk about is the video for the side cameras. As you notice during the test drive portion of the review, the video is actually together. It's shown one camera on the left and one camera on the right. I did not merge that video together. I did not synchronize it. That's how it came out of the dashcam in a single 4K file. So basically you have 2 cameras running about 2K each. That's how you end up with this 4K file. And if you want to see each individual camera, if you want to blow that image up, you can use a video player like VLC, and then you can zoom in and then see that full high resolution image coming from each one. Now, I don't really see this as a negative or as a positive. And I say that because sometimes people like to combine multiple views and synchronize them. And if you're trying to do that, you're gonna need editing software. In this particular case, no need for editing software. They already come together, the video from these 2 side cameras, fully synchronized. Now there are some people that prefer the video not to be merged like that, and they want each individual video to be just one single camera. And again, here is where video editing software can be used. If you wanted to separate the video for these cameras, it can be done. This is what it looks like. It literally just takes that 4K file, and now you have 2 independent files as if they were coming each one from the camera. Again, you'll need video editing software if you're trying to separate this file into 2 files. So again, I don't see it as a positive or as a negative. It just really depends how you like the video be, merge or unmerge. So remember, I placed a link in the description down below to this dashcam in case you want to get one for yourself. And if you guys have any other questions regarding this, please put that in the comments also. If you found any part of this video helpful, make sure you hit the like button to support the channel, and stay tuned as I have a lot more dashcam reviews coming up. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, I'll see you on the next one.